Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rivet and Clank. We're off to save Ratchet and Kit, who will absolutely be rescued in this exact part right now instead of being leading us on yet more wild goose chases.
Did they intend that video screen thing to look like an eye? Wait, is that
It
a
looks
video screen
like
thing, or is
Gur
that like
from.
a
Well, it's,
pod?
it's the emperor. It's the emperor's assistant,
It looks like Gur from Invader Zim, kind of. Oh, not this
kinda
one. I thought you meant the guy on the screen earlier.
Wait, is that a screen or is it a window?
It's like a little.
light
Uh,
thing.
A little prison thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay. The, now that I'm seeing it, I'm getting flashbacks to the Citadel DLC in Mass Effect 3, where the team does in fact get stuck in sort of a storage container. It's a pretty funny scene for us longtime Mass Effect buffs. There are a lot of in-jokes in that particular DLC. But, yeah.
If you die here, how far do you go back to like the beginning of this section?
It's not a very long section.
Okay, but that does make a decent amount of sense. Did any of you guys play Mass Effect? Not Mass Effect. Dead Rising 2?
How do you even mix those up?
Because you just said the word Mass Effect, and I was thinking Dead Rising, and my brain does not function like a normal person's brain.
Okay. Oh, now for some reason I'm thinking of that goddamn tunnel before the succubus boss in DMC Devil May Cry. Ugh.
The succubus is in the soda factory, right?
Yeah, the giant
it's
slurm
Slurm, yeah.
queen, yes.
Oh yeah, because ironic, because succubi are sexy, but she was a giant fat monster. Ah, get
Giant
it?
sort of monster slug, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, very...
Although that does have some connections to mythology, because in some cultures, succubi are only pretty
Well, yeah,
when they are like trying to seduce you. Otherwise, they're hags.
they're demons. So in the old school parlance of how demons were portrayed, they had to be ugly and gross and animalistic because that's scary, and they don't want to act. Well, it also probably didn't help that you basically weren't allowed to portray anything sexy at all in like illustrations and whatnot back then. So like
Not really until the Renaissance.
I wouldn't
from
even
what I
say the
remember.
Renaissance did, because like they didn't have even the slightest grasp of what human anatomy looked like back then for either gender. I'm pretty sure like all of the male sculptures and paintings from that era have like 3 times as many muscles as they should. Because like what the
Yeah,
hell?
but I'm thinking of stuff like the David sculpture and the Birth of Aphrodite, where she's in the shell and she has the boobies hanging out.
Well, I
and
mean,
whatnot.
they started to portray like what boobs generally sort of maybe look like, but it was always in a way where it's like, I'm 90% sure that the people making these paintings have never seen them. Because it's like, the anatomy is so weird. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, whenever I look at an old Renaissance sculpture or painting, it's just like, okay, this doesn't look like it's being sexually objectified, but it also doesn't look like accurate anatomy either. It's just
Well,
such a
they weren't-
weird...
Well, a lot of classical Renaissance art wasn't really just about like her boobs, because that stuff, art that was just effectively pornography, did exist back in those days. It was just you weren't supposed to like have it, you know.
It's
in the
more
same
that-
way like how alcohol was illegal during the Prohibition. That didn't stop people from drinking. They just had to hide it.
It's more
you know?
like, in general, the people who drew or sculpted or whatever didn't seem to have the same grasp on anatomy that we have now, as if they didn't have access to the same resources for practicing it.
Well, that's because they didn't have the same resources
Yeah.
for practicing it.
So,
Like it was illegal to like look at a body after it was dead and cut it open and see what was going on. The term hysteria comes from a Greek term of that means something along the lines of wandering womb, which came from the belief that when women were like several mental diseases where their uterus was in the wrong place, it's moving around in there, that's the problem.
What?
And I'm not making this up, I swear to God, that's what people actually
Well,
believe.
I mean,
that shit.
people used to believe that leeches were good for getting rid of diseases, so I'm not really surprised that they'd have other batshit crazy beliefs when they didn't know enough. But...
Yeah, but that's part of where the term hysteria came from. But the thing is that like it was considered like defiling the body to open it up after it died. Like autopsies didn't really become a thing for solving crimes until like the late 1800s, early 1900s.
Oh yeah,
so like people didn't know where the uterus was, or like where your liver was.
As a kind of fun fact, the character of Sherlock Holmes was at least partially based on the real life person who was sort of pioneering forensic science at the time. So the idea that like. The joke scene from the BBC Sherlock where Sherlock is whipping a corpse because her funny. The actual scene in the book where Sherlock is examining a dead body was supposed to be portraying Sherlock as one of the early pioneers of actually doing autopsies to solve crimes. He was striking the dead bodies to see like what the effects of a bruise were at a specific point after death.
Yeah, and like that for the time was supposed to be shocking.
It was supposed to be shocking, but it was also supposed to be brilliant. Whereas in BBC Sherlock, when they try to recreate the scene in like modern 2010s, it's obviously a joke. Because,
it's not something. The context doesn't exist anymore. You can't really recreate the scene and have it elicit even a similar response.
Yeah, so it just came off as the BBC Sherlock being super quirky for no reason.
Which they certainly did love to do.
Yes, they did.
Oh man, that show is like one of the big instances of some stuff handled really, really well, and them just taking the potential and flushing it straight down the toilet. It's like,
yes, indeed.
How do you take something that turns out really well for like 3 episodes and then like ruin it for like another 7? That's Sherlock.
To be honest, I thought it was questionable from episode 1, but, I was coming at it later when I already knew it went bad later on, so... But, I'd also watched other Sherlock stuff before watching BBC Sherlock, so I had all that fresh in my memory, and I also read the books in preparation to watch all that other Sherlock stuff, so...
Truly, I am sorry.
But... Why did I even bring this up? Oh yeah, the forensic science stuff. And we got onto that from talking about Renaissance sculptures and how... okay, you know what? Let's just pay attention to what's going on the screen. I've completely lost the thread of the conversation, and that's probably for the best.
That's just normal. But, like, why did Clank even think that Rivet should forgive Kit in the first place?
Because he was also the big mech thing in earlier games, so he knows that when that happens, you're usually not in your right mind about it.
Oh, okay. I see. So he was just trying to explain. Oh, and now she's like, I didn't even want to forgive you anyway, Baka.
Well, Kit's being very mopey about it to begin with, so...
Is she going to come back and dramatically save the day?
Of course.
Yeah.
Damn it, Han. At this point, can you backtrack, or are you set to the final? You can? Okay.
The game very brazenly tells you when the point of no return is.
Okay. I always appreciate that, for the record. If you were to do that, do you have access to Clank no matter who you're playing as at that point.
Clank is attached to Ratchet, but again, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Skid McMars is just wandering back there. It's like, can I go now?
Sorry.
I'm just gonna wait here till you're done. Also, I don't know why he has Cyclops' visor.
Because it's a cool accessory that was always used by the lamest member of the team. And it needs some redemption, I guess.
You know what these kind of space station sort of asteroid belty structures always make me think of when I see them? Oh, hey, you're alive. How about that?
We broke him out of prison, so. So there's your point of no return.
Anyway, I was saying, you know what these kind of like space station asteroid belty sort of structures in sci-fi stuff make me think of? They make me think of Titan AE.
Now, that's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time.
All right, we got our last spy bot. Time for the Rhino.
Oh.
Oh, no, wait, no, that's our second to last. We get the last one as part of the last string of arena challenges.
Oh, I see.
Are we going to go back and do side quests?
Well, we're not going back anywhere. We're already here.
Well, I thought that you had to go to a different planet to do arena challenges.
Nope, they're here.
Oh, okay.
I like
Are
how
they on more than one planet?
No.
I like how the upgraded pixelizer is called the Pixelizer HD, which is just like, why are you pixelizing then?
I think that's the
They
joke.
put the CRT filter over their gameplay.
That is almost always ugly and not very nice looking. So I question why they would do that.
But yeah, we have our last bit of arena challenges, so. Shut up, Zim.
I cringed when I saw lol, that's random.
Wait, where did they just say lol that's random on the screen?
Yeah, it's one of the mission titles, yes.
Okay, I wasn't looking at the screen.
Basically, that mission is when we get to it. Is every certain number of kills, the weapon you have to use changes.
Oh.
Oh, that's a neat idea for a challenge, though. Especially if you're the kind of person to over rely on a specific deck.
Yeah. I mean, I got basically everything except for a few pieces of raritanium, so everything I use is really good right now. Besides, like, a few things that I just got.
So you just have to deal with this big thing causing chaos while you try to fight the mooks, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh no, skeletons.
Robot skeletons.
No, they're just skeletons.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We're level 9. It does help you, though, because it does hit other enemies, so.
Yeah, I figured.
So are we just doing like an entire part of arena challenges before we go to the end game?
Functionally, yes.
Okay.
Gotta get all the stuff.
I do like the idea of these highly specialized arena challenges. What I'm not so fond of is the fact that the thing that defines the gimmick for the battle is going to be off screen so goddamn much, so it's kind of just sucker punching you sometimes with a stupid shockwave. Yeah,
Like that.
Like that.
Wait, so the thing shoots at you just randomly?
You can look at it and stuff. It doesn't hurt enough to be a real threat.
It goes back and forth across the battlefield and does an attack every time it hits the other side. There's definitely some timing to the pattern, but
I did notice that there was like a yellow, like a big line that it does to
when
mark
it moves, yeah.
when it's moving. So there's something.
yeah, but you kind of have to micromanage your own awareness of it. Like, Ryan is going into scope mode to take down, like, the enemies and stuff, but every so often you're going to have to break away from that to watch the thing if you really want to not get hit by it. Or you could just do what Ryan
like
is
that,
doing here.
I just
and
don't care.
Just not care about whether or not it hits you.
I'm going to kill these things faster than they can kill me, so...
It doesn't seem to do all that much damage when it does hit you, so
Not really.
I feel like they made this thing more to be annoying than to
A threat,
be
yeah.
a threat, yeah. Which is probably good, actually, because that sounds really annoying if it were actually a threat.
Shut up, Zim. Go, my minions.
Is this the mushroom thing that...
No.
no?
This is the Glove of Doom.
Oh, okay.
I imagine actually getting hit by the giant spinning tower of saw blades is...
Like that.
No, actually, that didn't hurt very much at all. Okay.
It looks like it did like 9 damage out of 90. So,
Yeah.
and they seem to be fairly, the hell is going on up there?
Whatever. I win.
Okay.
I don't have to care.
I mean, I care, but, you know, whatever.
Give me money.
You know, if this game were realistic, Rivet would not be able to move if that much money went into her pants. Because have you guys ever tried to pick up like a bucket that you've put a lot of coins into? Shit's heavy, man. It's almost like you filled it with metal.
Uh-oh, 50 rupees. Your wallet's full, so better put it back. Why not just get rid of a single green one? They're all the same size.
Listen, all right? If you've carried around a bunch of actual coins, you understand why Link's wallet can't fit that much in. There's no like Bank of Hylia ATM to exchange currency.
Well, no, it's more a matter of imagine a penny and a quarter were the same size and weight. You're carrying the maximum amount of coins you can carry, and you find a quarter and go, oops, I can't carry it. It's, my wallet's full. It's like, then just get rid of a penny.
This is making me think of like when D&D players or DMs are so stringent about how you carry your stuff that they actually go the full distance and say that you need a coin pouch for your coins, and they measure the individual weight of the coins that you have.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're paying something in 100 gold coins and you're keeping 2,000 gold coins, do you know how heavy 2,000 coins are?
See, D&D has more than just gold coins. They have all the different denominations of coins, and then they have the other type of coin that's a different coin, but it is equal to a gold coin. And yeah,
I just want to know is where's the Yield Credit Union?
I don't know. Baldur's Gate, maybe?